Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. It's been a long time, but all of a sudden I've got viewers, so a massive shout out to you, Jamie Birch and Pete Callow, I think it was. So a massive thanks to you guys for commenting, viewing the videos, and making me start this game back up and continue with the series. I had a few videos in kind of saved, so I was just going through those, and yeah, so I just had to upload those before starting a new video. So we've done the Super Truck International Series before, so let's go in with the 1960s GT. We have Laguna Seca, Dover International, and Nashville Raceway. So let's turn on our qualifying and let's get back into the car after what has been about 2 months for me since last playing this game. I haven't been on this game since, so it will be interesting. Right, so want to cut this corner, remember, and let's see how late we can brake. We managed to slide the back end out just by braking really late, and we got the power on very nicely. So that somehow worked. As we dabbed on the brake before coming through, probably a bit too early on the brakes there, and I think for this corner just a little left. In fact, you can have the guts and take that flat out fairly comfortably, I think. We're going to brake at the we're going to brake a bit before the 50-meter board, as I don't trust the brakes on these cars. They don't feel that powerful. Right, just going to dab on the brakes at 50, put the power on, let the car drift up nice and wide, not pushing too much, just trying to get a solid bank and lap time in. Braking before the 100-meter board, and the back end's coming out on us. So we need to brake before the 100-meter board there, and that's why the corkscrew is so fun, because even if you do mess it up, it's still just so much fun to take that, try and correct it. Just a dab on the brakes after the 50, and power through. Well, we're going to brake. Let's brake at the start. We broke at about 60, so maybe brake at 70, 75 next time. Power back on, heading up the hill. Also, as I have mentioned in the comments, if you guys do want me to do anything specific, let me know. I'm thinking of starting F1 2018. Get the power on, and it's an invalidated lap time, which is fine. I'm tempted just to restart, but let's just go through the lap. I might cut through the video, so if there is an evident cut, then that was my logic. But I'll do a lap. Let's gain some track experience. And it seems that if you do cut that corner, it will give you a warning. But I have no idea where I'm going to qualify for the series. We're going to brake before the 50, and I think you just want to lift through there. You can really let it flow. Another thing I did want to ask is, are these videos too long? Would you prefer it if I... dabbing on the throttle as we come through corkscrew. Yeah, would you prefer it if I made it shorter, you know, only showed the fastest lap from qualifying, or do you kind of like having, you know, the whole footage, the raw footage as it is? So do let me know which one you prefer. As we do brake nice and early this time, we cut the corner slightly, losing the back end. Could have carried a bit more speed, I think. Carrying speed through that final corner is really important here at Laguna Seca. You have a nice long straight to convert it. We're going to brake again at that first cone. Get the power on nice and early, and it's really well taken actually, in my opinion. I thought that was quite nice. Dabbed on the brake, lifted off mid corner. Remember, this corner we will be taking flat out. The tyres don't really seem to wear out in qualifying on this game. In the race they do, but not in qualifying. Didn't brake as much, dabbed on the brakes at the beginning and then just let it roll through, just trying to carry that momentum. And through there as well, just a little lift this time, so we have got much more used to this track already. Going to brake nice and early as we lose the back end. So essentially the issue isn't the braking point, it's if you try to brake while the car is pointed in that direction, as you come over the hill, you will lose the back end and it'll snap out on the wrong side. Oh, that was so nice. .51 miles an hour, could have been quicker, and we're going to straight line it now. Let's see what kind of lap time we can get. Hopefully into the 17s. 17.3, so we found 1 point something seconds, so hopefully a good lap. And we are off. Imagine if we had stuck with the 118, we would have been a fair bit down. But we are in the top 10. So coming into the race, we are quicker in the race than in qualifying on a lot of the circuits. It's only when we qualify right at the front by a massive margin. So away we go. We're going to drop down into 10th. Now let's switch over to the inside. Not getting that drive is so hard on this difficulty if you don't use a setup. Ooh, and we find a way through. We go proper banker cars on these guys and move up into 6th. Evidently I forgot that this was a GT championship and thought it was what did they call it, muscle cars. But let's now just get our head down. We're in a solid position, we're catching up to 5th, and remember, just consistency in these series. You don't have to win every single race, you just have to do well, and then if you do well in all 3, it will see you get a good result. And for only we get a better exit than him. Can we do anything coming up into the corkscrew? We somehow make it stick. So that corkscrew is just such a good corner. It's one of the best corners on this game. One of the best corners in the world, to be honest. And just driving that in different cars is so much fun. As we are now catching up to 4th. We get a good drive and we're right on his tail. Slipstream doesn't really do much in this series and on this game, I've noticed, but regardless, we've entered our 2nd lap and we are in 5th place, and 4th place is on the table as we go around the outside of 2 of them. Can we hold it drifting around the first corner and we make it stick? We're up into 3rd place. Little lift as we enter turn 3. I think the first corner counts as a double. I'm not even sure if that bend on the start finish straight is the first corner, but anyway, up into 3rd, and we can now really try to hunt down 1st and 2nd place. But let's just get our head down and push, push, push. Just a little lift, and look how much we pulled away from, I think that's our teammate. Right, we're going to brake early, brake, lift as we come over the crest, and then put another dollop of braking force on. Portals. We haven't come across him in this game yet, but you can race against him in one of the dirt rallycross series. But yeah, the names do keep on popping up. I don't think they are the realistic names. I'm not sure. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But here we are. We're up into 3rd place. A 1:16.5. Faster than we went in qualifying here in the race, and we are in contention for 2nd place as we do really smack into the back of him. I just went for my own braking point. That was not intentional in any way. I just wanted to brake at my normal spot, and I just forgot that they braked so much earlier. So I do really apologise for that. We've ruined what could have been a great race with Portos for 2nd, but I'll take it nevertheless. This game will bite us if we play nice with it. So sometimes you do just have to be really aggressive with this game, just like we were on that first corner. If we played nice and only moved up into 8th, we probably would have finished this race in 3rd or 4th. So doing a great race at the minute, and we are up into 2nd, which is fantastic for the championship. Let's see if we can get this right. Brake, lift, and brake again.
Almost in 1st place.
We drop down to about 49 miles an hour. We will get fast lap. It's a shame we don't get any bonus points for that. Flat out through whatever turn that is, and just a lift as we get the power on really nice, and into the final corner to take what is a decent result as we drop to 45 miles an hour, so not very quick, but we're going to take 2nd place here at Laguna Seca, one of the best tracks on the game, and I'll take that.
2nd place is a fine result.
Nice. Oh, we did get the fastest lap, so 6 points, 4 points away from Conway. Now let's move over to Dover International. It is just an oval circuit, so everything is flat out, so it's all about being smooth, entering nice and high as they say in America, and coming through nice and low. I think what they say is the high line is slower, but it uses up less of your tyres. However, the low line is faster, but it wears out your tyres quicker. So I think on qualifying, we want to take the low line. But don't forget, I'm not taking my foot off the throttle ever. So let's try this lap, just a nice low line all the way through. Now let it out. all about using as little as you can. I'm even talking in a softer voice, just to gently stroke this car around the corner. Just tapping my left arrow key, and now we let it out. Okay, be nice and quiet, otherwise the car will wake up. It's like a baby. Always nice and gently around the corner. It was a bit ragged on the entry, could have been smoother, and we're going to let it out now. Okay, alright, just one more corner to go. One more corner. Here we go. Nice, stroking it round, stroking it. Gonna let it out, not the shortest line to the start of the straight. 24.83, let's see where that puts us for the race. First place, that's how you do it. You stroke it home, pretend it's a baby, it will work. Conway in second place, he is our rival for this series at the minute. So let's head into the race. It will be, it's not a rolling start. Try to get as high as you can on that white line. We're going to drop down to second anyway. Let's see if we can feed in behind Conway through turn 1. We're going to hold it around the outside. We will leave him some space. And Conway's fallen back. We're into first. And we have a massive gap to second. Now all we have to do, 6 laps. Just drive. The low line didn't seem to be as quick. But they are really far behind. So all I'm going to do is just drive. I don't even need to stroke it home. I'm going to pretend it's an animal now. Okay, Conway's catching. Oh, we hit the inside bit. So I'll show you what I hit in a second. I'll show you what it was for this corner. So you see this bit of tarmac just there. I touched that and that's through the car out to the right. I almost did it again. Conway's dropped down to 3rd place. Fantastic news for us in the championship. Already a second quicker than we were in qualifying, but it's not a difficult race. I mean, any 5-year-old could really do this, or it's just literally hold a button and tap your left arrow key a few times. Sorry any American viewers, but I really don't rate oval racing at all. But hey, it's going to make it easier for us to progress. Another 23.7, so decent consistency within 2/10 of each other. That's what you want. So a good way to play this is to look at your speed going through the corners and try to make sure you hit the highest possible minimum speed. So 160, 158, 4, 2, 1, 149, 148. So that was really bad. So here, 153, 49, 48. So we were at 148 for much longer that time. Wasn't as good. Nice high line in. 147, 146. So that's even worse. So that's one way you can do it. Just look at that speed and try to maximize your minimum speed around these corners. So 144. I'm not sure if that's tires, but our minimum speed has dropped by about 5 miles an hour. However, we are on the last lap. I don't think there is any way we can lose this, barring a massive mistake. Conway looking to reclaim second, which he does. We're going to win here at Dover International. So we're now tied first equal with Conway. 16 points. So we are through. We cannot fall below second. So it's just a race between us and Conway here at Nashville Speedway. But this one isn't going to be an oval, which is better. We can turn in nice and early for this. I'm not sure where the braking point is. Right, we brake way too early. Flick the back end out as we come into this infield section. Dab on the brakes for this right hand hairpin. These cars aren't very well suited to this track as it's quite slow, and these cars don't have the power. You put the power on and the car just drifting out under the power. How did I gain an advantage? So, right, you want to get all the way up on that grey curbing. It's flat curbing, so it's really nice to ride on. And we get an okay exit. So that exit is really important because obviously you've got this whole straight. If you come out 2 miles an hour faster than someone else, you'll overtake him by the end of the straight because you've got a bit of slipstream, even if the game doesn't really like to consider it, but you do have that extra speed. Let's brake nice and late this time around. could have braked a bit later, but it's fine. We do need to set a banker time in. Dab on the brakes, try to keep the speed, and we do lose a lot of speed on the exit. Now remember here, we can't take this corner too quick because it costs us. And we don't do a terrible job, but a decent job. We braked a bit too early. I then lifted off the brakes and put a bit of throttle back on before reapplying the brakes. So definitely too early that time. And I'm tempted to end this on the second lap. However, that hasn't worked out well for us in the past, so I don't think I will. I'll just do a third lap, just to be safe. By the way, the sound quality might be different, and that's because I'm using a different recording software. And I've got a new mic, so hopefully it sounds a lot clearer. So hopefully it was a decent investment, the mic. And yeah, if any of you do want to know what I'm using Streamlabs OBS. So it's really good, you can get quite a few interlays. Right, so we've got a caution. Let's just retire from qualifying to see where it puts us then. We're on pole and Conway's down in 5th. We hopefully, barring any massive mistakes, we have this. Let's just try and get a good start.
It is about time. Now, can we carry on with the race?
Right, we do drop a place, but we're going to switch back right into second. It's third now because we lost the place. But let's get on the brakes nice and late as we're losing the back end. Oh, what a move! How has that worked? That was incredible. We went sideways under braking into turn 2. And that was so much fun. Hold it nice to the left as we come into the right, and we kind of mess it up a bit. But we've pulled a massive gap now, and we're scot-free. Just keep it smooth. So yeah, as I was saying, I use Streamlabs OBS. You can get a few nice interlays with it. So it's worth a try out if you guys yourselves want to do any videos or anything like that. And I haven't mentioned this before, but I am live on Twitch, twitch.tv/MilkySerial1. And every Thursday at 7:45 British time, I am commentating. I'm doing live streaming of the F1 2018 ORL league. So that's actually a lot of fun. So definitely tune into that. Oh, I slowed down too much, but that was just too much fun, that braking. And I wish I'd known this in qualifying. I could have had much more fun.
Hey, on the track. You can't get away
It's
with
slower, it would
cutting
seem,
corners
so
like
we're going to lift here. I'm putting too much power in, and we completely mess up that corner. We do gain an advantage. That time we actually did gain an advantage. But, you know, if I'm going to get a warning for gaining an advantage, I might as well, you know, gain an advantage somewhere then. Know what I mean? Oh, and it doesn't want to turn. That's fine. Look, if you can see on the mini-map, you can see Conway, the gold thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in 6th. So as long as, all we have to do is finish above Conway, and we win. And at the minute, it looks like we're going to do it with a second and 2 first.
Come on.
Right, now I think I should just brake normally for this. And we pull out a little bit. Now here, we don't want to go too quickly through this because that will compromise us. We do pull a nice gap this time around. And look how much we've pulled. This time because we actually took it kind of seriously this lap. But yeah, do let me know if you want any changes to the series.
The nearest car is just
I'm
over
also
260.
thinking of starting an F1 2018 career mode. So let me know if you would like to see some 2018 gameplay. I have got the game because I do stream the ORL, so I had to buy the game. So yeah, let me know. And there we go.
Yes, you dodged the bullet. Nice performance.
Woo! So up another championship. Did someone change the difficulty? Maybe it's because I took a break from the game. Because it was starting to feel quite hard. And we get faster laps. So 3 faster laps in all races. And we're 10 points ahead of Conway. Even if there was another race, we would have had first. Okay, right. So, we have the rear-wheel drive anniversary rally, 1960s Grand Prix cars, and V8 Supercar Series again. So, do let me know this time which series you want. Now that I've got you fantastic viewers, I'll be able to go into the series that you would like to see. So do let me know. I will wait for your comments before doing a video on it, before doing episode 17. So episode 17 will probably come out, I'm guessing, actually it'll probably come out a couple of days after this one, because I won't release this for another week or so. However, I am tempted to do a series in DTM. All of this and at 107% custom difficulty. So let me know if you would like to see this series as well, and I can run them side by side, or if one's more popular than the other, I'll do more of the DTM or more of the career mode, depending on what you guys want. So as usual, thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, all of that, and as always, stay milky.